Have you ever coached against Larry before? Brad?
Just last year.
Well, other than that.
No, just last year. That was the first time. So I like our chances if it's me and him just playing.
Post him up.
We got to get around him a little bit in this day and age. When he was younger and I wasn't around, I wouldn't even thought of him. I believe he's a pretty good player. So, but unfortunately, that's not the way it's going to shake out.
Do you like these kind of games, though? Do you like these special one-offs? And even though it's a rivalry that's been around for a while, do you neutral court?
Well, I like playing, period. I think this is unique from the standpoint that there's 3 games on a Friday afternoon, Friday evening, some quality basketball teams, some quality players, quality coaches. So in regard to the rivalry, I mean, rivalries are usually, in my mind, when you got 2 good teams who won their share of games. So we got a long ways to go in that regard to make it a rivalry worth talking about. So right now, I'm excited just about the opportunity to play, and I think our guys are too.
What'd you think of Kavar's play last week?
I thought he did a good job. Nothing he does surprises me, but one of the things I think he's doing a really good job in the 2 exhibition contests is what I call playing A&M at their place, and obviously playing Arkansas Fort Smith is when he's got a foul or 2, staying under control, and that's going to be big for him. It's going to be big for his basketball team, especially with our limited bodies up front, is guys being able to adjust to the way the game's being called and be able to play with 2 fouls in the first half or 1 foul in crucial situations. So I think for the most part, he's done a good job there.
Passing out of the high post for him, I mean, it seems like it's second nature that he's a pretty good passer as well as a big guy. Is that something does that just come to a big guy?
Well, he sees the floor well, but his passing is yet to be determined. Now, he does a good job in terms of understanding what we're doing offensively and making good reads. And also, I think it helps because Jarvis Ray is basically a 3/2 playing a 4. So, he stretches you at the high post. And then also, when you look at Hudson and Brandon, when we run a little shuffle cut series, they've got good size and good length coming across the lane there. So that makes the 4 and the 5 good passers. But to your question, Brian, Kavar's done a good job there. He's worked extremely hard at it. He's worked extremely hard aspects of his game. So as raw as he was offensively, he's trying to become a complete player.
How would you guys emulate in practice the way that fouls are going to be called? Obviously 50 fouls or something the other night. But I mean, is there a way to practice that efficiently?
Well, yeah, it is, because you got guys like Trey Ziegler, who's a pretty good player in his own right. You got Chris Washburn, and then obviously, Amrick hasn't been out there yet. But with Trey, we're able to simulate, those kind of situations, because offensively he's really good off the bounce and he's really good attacking the rim. So we're more than prepared. I think the biggest adjustment for us going into the year is, we got limited bodies up front, so we're going to have to play certain guys out of position, but so be it. But in terms of how they're going to call the game, we're going to be in situations where we're going to have to go to a little zone more than I'd like, but we're going to have to be in a situation where we're going to have to be undersized and rebound the ball and put a body and a half on certain guys, whether it's man or zone.
You were having an ongoing conversation at one point with the officials about that, it seemed like, from the other side. Was that just clarity on the rule, or was it asking for consistency, I guess, is the thing that's going to be difficult for officials?
I like that, Brian. Clarity, consistency, and then down the line when we get into certain games, we're going to still be consistent. But it's more clarity, more consistency. And like I said earlier, kids are going to adjust, but coaches and officials are the ones that have to adjust, and we have to do our job. We're grown men, grown people, get compensated pretty well, so make sure we do our job. I'm talking about the officials and I'm talking about the coaches, because the kids are going to adjust.
You think this rule's going to get changed after this year?
I have no idea. I just know, right now it's an adjustment for everybody, and I don't know. I really don't. I need to look at certain games, kids are shooting 45, 60 free throws, and there's a lot of stoppage in play. Basketball, I've always thought, has been a game of rhythm, so that takes the game out of rhythm. But you look at certain games, just in the 2 games we've had, where you look at what's going on physically underneath, and you look at what's going on out front, you go, whoa. So, but, like I said, my responsibility is to make sure our guys are ready to play and adjust and move forward and not worry about what the officiating is. And like I tell our guys all the time, there'll be one idiot out there making a fool out of himself that represents TCU. That's going to be the head coach. The players are always going to conduct themselves in the right fashion, and And our guys have always done that, and the teams I've always had to play have always done that, so they get that.
Is there any, I guess, added challenge to opening your season in American Airlines? Or just even maybe more excitement opening on a big stage like that?
No, not really. I mean, it's an opportunity to play, compete against a good team in our backyard. It's a nice venue, but we could be playing Timbuktu University, and I'm going to be fired up, and I think our guys are going to be fired up. It's a great time of the year. It's football's in full swing, and started college basketball, and so let's go.
Talk about how SMU will challenge you all. They're more talented than last year, just off that recruiting class. But what unique challenges does that program present to you all?
Well, they're healthy, they're deep. We got some experienced guys, and when you say recruiting class, they held three guys that were sitting out, so they understand the system. The one kid, Nick Moore, is a special player. He's a special player in the sense that Illinois State, he's been in big high-level games, he's won. But when you start talking about a special challenge, all games are a challenge going into the year for us. We look at them like a challenge, but I'm always going to be more concerned about us doing the things that we practice on, us being aggressive, us understanding what we have to do to be successful moving forward. So when I say challenge, every game's a challenge.
They're returning 5 of their starters from last year, and we talked about a young class. Have you had a chance to see them at all on tape?
I watched the tape for the first time from last year about when we got through Friday. I watched it, so it might have been Saturday morning around 2 a.m. And since then, I've watched about 6 or 5 of the game tapes from last year. Watched some of the clips from the head kid at the transfer from Illinois. Watched more, so I've seen enough.
How did they do against Colorado in their scrimmage? Did we hear?
I heard they play well. And Colorado's a good basketball team. I heard they play well versus Texas Tech.